What's up, family? My name is Trail, and today we have some breaking news to share with you. For starters, there was a mass shooting that happened over the weekend. We want to briefly discuss that for a short moment in this video. We also have some major breakthroughs on the war in Ukraine. We also have another state offering billions of dollars in inflation relief checks. This could also lead to even more billions of dollars for the entire United States citizens. We have a lot to cover in this video, so let's go ahead and jump right into this video. But as a quick reminder, on this channel we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you're interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. All right, guys, real quick, I wanted to remind you about that new promotion that is happening right now where you can receive an opportunity to get $40 for free. This promotion is with Rakuten, which is an online shopping portal for cash back. I use them whenever I am purchasing anything online as well as purchasing stuff in stores. They are offering an additional cash back right now of 15% on top of what you already are receiving with your credit card. But this promotion, guys, ends today on the 16th. So you need to go ahead and sign up today for a new account and then make your first purchase, and then you're going to receive $40 for free. Now, if you are interested, hey, that link will be down below. Well, guys, on this past Saturday, another tragedy strikes again. A mass shooting ended up happening in Buffalo, New York, where 10 individuals ended up losing their lives. Yes, this article talks about it. Buffalo's worst mass shooting takes 10 lives and leaves 3 people wounded. Now, the attack is referred to as being racially motivated and as a hate crime. But yes, guys, an individual drove more than 200 miles to this African-American grocery store and ended up parking right in the front and just started shooting at people. And yes, guys, this guy that actually approached this neighborhood grocery store was a Caucasian individual. But they're saying this could be linked as a hate crime as well as it was racially motivated. And right now, guys, we want to pray for those that have lost their lives as well as those individuals that were involved with this whole scene, this crazy scene in Buffalo. We definitely want to keep them in our prayers. Sometime this week on Tuesday, President Biden is actually headed over to Buffalo to actually discuss the massacre that actually went down. So yes, guys, we definitely want to see what President Biden has to say early in this week, and I'll keep you guys posted as usual. But like I said, we will continue to keep those families and those individuals that lost their lives. We will continue to keep them in our prayers in the meantime. Moving on, guys, in regards to the invasion on Ukraine. Yes, right now this is kind of affiliated with that, but Finland and Sweden are now inching even closer to seeking a NATO membership. And definitely the Russian President Vladimir Putin is not happy at all about this. But anyways, Finland's government declared a new era is underway as it inches closer to seeking NATO membership, which is hours before Sweden's governing party on Sunday backed a plan to also join the transatlantic alliance amid Russia's war in Ukraine. Now, Russia has long bristled about NATO's moving closer to its borders, so the developments will be sure to further anger Moscow. President Vladimir Putin has already warned his Finnish counterpart on Saturday that relations would be negatively affected. And that is exactly what happened over the weekend, guys. Russia, they ended up cutting off the electricity to Finland amid the growing international tensions that are going on right now. Now, Russia said that it would cut electricity off to Finland starting on Saturday as it claims the country has not paid a state-owned power company. And yes, a subsidiary of ROA, which I'm assuming that has to do with Russia, said it will stop exporting electricity to Finland without providing specifics amid larger tensions across Europe beset by the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, the situation is exceptional and happened for the first time in over 20 years of our trading history. And electrical services, which account for about 10% of the country's total consumption, were discontinued for the time being at 1 a.m. local time. Finnish grid operator FinGrid said, according to a report. Now, missing imports can be replaced in the electricity market by importing more electricity from Sweden and also by domestic production. So yes, guys, this is just the first move that Vladimir Putin is putting on Finland right now, because they are really trying to go ahead and join NATO, which Sweden is also in that same process as well. But Russia didn't stop there, guys. Russia also, they actually sent out a wild threat. And this is not the first threat that we have seen from them just yet, guys, but another threat just came out, guys. According to this article, it says that Russia, in a wild threat to use Satan II hypersonic nuclear missiles to strike Britain. Now, yes, Russia has made new threats to use its Satan II hypersonic nuclear missile to strike Britain in just 200 seconds. Finland, which is poised to join NATO, would be totally wiped out in as little as 10 seconds, declared this particular person, deputy chairman of the Russian Parliament Defense Committee. His wild threats came as senior Russian officials appear frustrated at Vladimir Putin's lack of military progress in Ukraine and enraged at the show of Western unity against them. And this particular person, which is 59 years old, claimed in an interview that if Finland wants to join the bloc, then our goal is to absolutely legitimate to question the existence of this state. This is logical. And they also said that if the United States threatens our state, it's good. Here is the sermon known as the West as Satan II for you. And there will be nuclear ashes from you if you think that Russia should not exist. So yes, guys, they are threatening Finland as well as the United States, threatening to send over one of these nuclear Satan II missiles to pretty much take out all of Finland and also to affect and make United States become ashes. Now, and Finland says that it is at one with the USA as of now. Well, get in line, Russia. Get in line behind us, because you're not the only ones. But anyways, guys, that is just going on right now because Sweden and Finland are trying to go ahead and join NATO, the powerhouse. And yes, Vladimir Putin is definitely not happy about this. And him and his counterparts, his officials in Russia, have put out this new threat about this Satan II hypersonic nuclear missile. So yes, guys, this is getting pretty serious, which, as we've already seen, guys, with the Ukraine and the United States providing more military aid to Ukraine, we knew that this was probably going to happen. And this is not the first threat that Russia has put on other countries as well as the United States. But so far, he has not done anything outside of the invasion on Ukraine. But we don't put anything past him, guys. We have seen right now that he is dealing with this particular cancer scare. So we don't know what his state of mind is right now, in which he could go ahead and launch one of these Satan II hypersonic nuclear missiles or even other missiles directed at either Britain or the United States. So the United States is obviously on high regard to this information and watching out to see what is going on and any type of actions that are being taken place in Russia right now. But that is exactly what's going on right now, guys. So if anything develops more, I will continue to keep you guys updated as usual. And in additional news in regards to Vladimir Putin of Russia, Ukrainian spy chief claims that a coup to actually overthrow Putin is underway. Yes, Ukrainian's head of the military intelligence claimed that he believes that a coup to remove Russian President Vladimir Putin was already underway in Russia, and said he thinks that the war is likely to be over by the end of the year. End of the year? That's like what? 7 more months later? Guys, we need this war to end right now. Wouldn't you agree? We don't want Ukraine to have to go through this war for the rest of the year. That is an additional 6 months, guys, and it has already been 3 months so far. So we definitely want this war to end right now versus at the later, as this article states. But it says that speaking to the Sky News in an article published on Saturday, that they said they're optimistic about Russia's defeat, suggesting that the loss will lead to Putin being removed from power. It will eventually lead to the change of leadership of the Russian Federation. This process has already been launched. And when asked if a coup was underway, he told Sky News, yes, they are moving in this direction, and it is impossible to stop it right now. So, guys, this could be some amazing news to see that they are going to overthrow Vladimir Putin after all of this stuff that he has caused. I mean, definitely deserving, wouldn't you agree? But anyways, guys, this is some really highly important news right now that is coming from the intelligence agency of Ukraine. Now, we need more information, and the United States has not confirmed this information as of yet. This is only information coming from Ukrainian counterparts in the country, but hopefully we will find out whether this is actually true within the coming days or so, guys. But if so, this could be some definitely important news, guys, which would make a lot of Americans really, really happy, which would also make a lot of other countries really, really happy. But anyways, guys, I'll keep you posted as usual, guys. But moving on to some stimulus update news, guys. Hey, we do have information in regards to the inflation that's going on right now, in which it has triggered California to readdress their minimum wage increase for the year of 2023. Yes, this article talks about it. Inflation triggers California minimum wage increase in 2023. Now, it says that the increase is required by a state law passed in 2016. Now, they are saying that a new minimum wage will take effect in California next year, an increase triggered by the soaring inflation. And Governor Gavin Newsom administration announced this past Thursday that the state's minimum wage will jump to $15.50 per hour. The increase is required by the state law passed in 2016. And the law also says that the minimum wage must increase to $15.50 per hour if inflation increased by more than 7% between 2021 and 2022's fiscal years. And we've obviously seen that exactly going on right now, guys. But the California Department of Finance said that they project inflation for the 2022 fiscal year to be around 7.6% higher than the year before, triggering this particular increase for the year of 2023. Inflation has cooled on an annual basis for the first time in months in April, but rose more than expected as supply chain constraints, the Russian war in Ukraine, and strong consumer demand continue to help consumer prices running near a 40-year high. So yes, guys, the California lawmakers voted to increase the minimum wage to $15 per hour back in 2016, but the increase was phased in over several years. The minimum wage is currently sitting at around $15 per hour for companies with 25 or more workers and $14 per hour for companies with 25 or fewer employers. And California has about 3 million minimum wage workers in the state. Now, this is definitely some positive news for the state of California, but will this encourage other states to go ahead and copy California as well and go ahead and up their minimum wage in their respective states? This could be some positive news all around, guys. As we've seen before, California kind of leads the way in some areas when it comes to legislation. So this could spark other states to go ahead and follow this as well. And don't forget, guys, that the budget for California also approved of sending around $800 checks to car owners to offset some of this year's record high gas prices, despite the opposition from Democrats in the legislature. And that is referring to the $400 per car for the maximum of 2 cars per household, which is a total of $800 in checks, guys, for the state of California. But also, guys, we do have some other information in regards to California, because Governor Newsom, he actually proposed a new inflation relief package worth $18.1 billion. He ended up announcing this last week sometime, which this is definitely some good information in regards to the increase in inflation right now. And here are some of the highlights from this inflation relief package. $11.5 billion for tax refunds to help address inflation, $2.7 billion for emergency rental assistance, $1.4 billion to help Californians pay past due utility bills, $933 million for hospital and nursing nursing home staff, $750 million for free public transit, $304 million to make health coverage more affordable for middle-class families, $439 million to pause the diesel sales tax, and $157 million to waive childcare fees for low-income families. So those are just a few things that are included in this bill, and there's a lot more that's included in this bill as well. You can see right here on the screen, but I won't go into full detail, but I will include a link to this article, which is from the governor's website, which talks about this entire plan from this $18.1 billion relief package because of the inflation. I will include that down below if you want to go ahead and read more about it. But these are just some of the highlights of this bill. And this is some very positive news, guys, because California continues to do right by its residents that are struggling in the state of California, which we have seen other states are really not doing anything at all, leaving their residents high and dry, especially as these gas prices, these grocery store prices, these supply chain issues continue to cause issues for a majority of Americans in this country. So we really hope that other states actually follow along with what California is doing, as well as other states, in regards to providing some of that relief money, that stimulus money that was provided by the federal government, which was billions of dollars, offering that to some of its residents in their respective states. But again, guys, I've seen your comments down below, which you are frustrated because your particular state is not offering anything for your residents in that state. So we are hoping that that changes here in the near future, guys. And last but not least, guys, also in California, Gavin Newsom proposes California inflation relief checks. And here's exactly what you would get from it. Now, Governor Newsom and legislative leaders could have nearly $100 billion for extra cash to spend, with the states expecting a record budget surplus this year. Now, Newsom wants to give some of that money directly back to residents, easing the burden of skyrocketing inflation as part of governor's proposed $18.1 billion inflation relief package. Also, registered owners will receive that $400 check up to $800 per family of 2 cars, and also qualified low-income tenants who requested rental assistance before March the 31st could see relief checks as well. Who specifically would qualify and how much they would receive is not known at this time. Newsom did suggest around $2.7 billion for emergency rental assistance. But anyways, guys, hey, the governor is really trying to provide some relief checks for the Americans in the state of California. So this could be some awesome news, guys. And also it says that low-income families could qualify for savings of up to $595 a month for childcare and preschool. And Newsom called for $157 million to waive childcare fees altogether, guys. But again, guys, check out this article down below in the comment section so that you can get more information if you live in the state of California, guys. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all of this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.